Hello, guys. Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing? TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Today is the 15th of September, 2023, and this is half of this month. Today is the 15th, half of this month, September. Funny how time is flying. And of course, before you know it, October, then we have the daylight saving time in effect. Before you know it, November and then December. Yes, indeed, the year is running gradually to an end, running pretty fast. How are you guys doing today? It's a pleasure having you here. Yes, indeed, it's a pleasure having you here. Today is our Q&A session, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Today is when we should be relaxing a bit from trading and not trying to intensify our trading. Today is the day that we should start looking at our trading right from the beginning of the week up till now to find out what we did right, what we did wrong. So if you have any questions, today is the Q&A session. My name is Tolu, and I have been trading for a few years now, and I've been privileged to work for a few brokers. So I know a thing or two about the brokerage industry. Well, not that much, and that's why I said a thing or two. Yes, indeed. It's a pleasure having you guys here. I'm going to wait for you guys to start commenting. I can see more people are joining. We have more viewers now. So if you can hear me loud and clear and you are here live with me, then of course, comments in the chat section. And I'm also streaming on my YouTube channel, right? CSA Forex. So if you are there, also comment there as well. And I'll reply also in good time. Yes, so CSA Forex is the name of my academy, and this stands for Common Sense Approach to Forex Trading. Repeat, it stands for Common Sense Approach to Forex Trading. Well, basically to any kind of trading, to the financial market that is, whether it's Forex or it's cryptos or it's stocks, commodities, and the likes. As long as it is based on supply and demand, as long as it's moving up or down, of course, we can trade it. And that's why we said common sense approach to trading, right? It's a pleasure having you guys here. Welcome, guys. Let's know where you are connecting to us from. It's always a pleasure to know where you are. As I always say, every now and then I tend to travel. I think traveling is something I like. I like meeting people. I like visiting family. So let me know where you are connecting to us from as well. If peradventure I might be in your area, we can always meet up. And then also, if you are in my area now in BC, Canada, we can always meet up for a coffee and just talk about trading, talk about life, just have a chit chat. I like meeting people as well. Thank you guys for joining. Val Brown said, hello, everyone. Glenn said, what are we looking at today? Today is Q&A session. So I'm going to be sticking strictly to the comment section and reading up your comments as much as possible and then answering. Don't forget, we have a lot of people here, so it's always a struggle for me to keep up with the comments, right? And that's why today is Q&A. Ask me questions about the business, and then we'll take it up from there. And then also, don't forget, I have some information for you as usual, like the membership area. I'm just starting. You guys can still join, and then of course it's kicking off. Once you join, we kick off, right? But once we have our numbers, then we proceed accordingly. We get your materials, your video tutorials, and we're going to be in a group for support, for accountability, for troubleshooting. Beautiful. Louis said, yes, supply and demand is the basic in the market. Exactly. So as long as it's based on supply and demand, then we can trade it. Of course, that's what price is. Price is either going up or down. Simple. Brent Stevens, yeah, it's a pleasure hearing from you. It's a pleasure seeing you guys comment as well. Thank you. Dominic King from Brazil. How is Brazil doing today? I love it when we are from different parts of the world. Joseph Graham, Joseph from UK, beautiful. I was still in the UK early last month, and who knows, I might be around for a few days in December. not yet confirmed. I'm trying to see and work one or two things out. Beautiful. Thank you guys for joining. It's a pleasure having you guys here. You like joining my live stream, Blaze Humphrey. Thank you for that. So guys, today is the Q&A section. You can ask your question. On Tuesday, I believe it was on Tuesday. Yeah, on Tuesday when we met, we had our market analysis, live market analysis, but we did chat request. How was the chat request session for you? Let me know for those that were here, so we know whether we need to do more of chat request. And by the way, chat request is something we're going to be doing every day in the membership area, right? We're going to be doing chat requests every day in the membership area so that we can look at charts together. We can look at your trading together, what you are doing right, what you're doing wrong, your risk management, your trade management. We are going to be more or less holding ourselves by the hands. You drop charts, I drop charts, we look at them together, we study them, we understand how to read and understand the language, the market, just like an open book for profitable trading. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah. Gerardo Cooper, I'll try my best to answer as much questions as possible, but the membership area will be a bit quieter. We have over just about 4,900 people or viewers here. So of course, the comments could be overwhelming as well. How was this trading week? Funny you should ask that. I like that question. This week, now I keep on telling people that, look, you need to keep on trading no matter what, right? And then this week, I discovered something and I'm going to put it to test. As a matter of fact, this week, I discovered something and then I started doing something new as well. I'm going to tell you what I discovered. I discovered something with respect to the Euro pairs. I'm still giving it a test run. And from the little back testing I have seen, I have done, I don't want to say it's mind-blowing, but trust me, I will be sharing it with those in the membership area accordingly. It's something that once you see, you only need a few trades in a week and you are good to go. Trust me, right? It's something that, well, don't let me say too much about it. Let me go over the comments so I'm not behind. And then also this week as well, I decided to create an indicator. So I'm still working on it. I see some bugs on the indicator. I'm trying to make people's trading as easy as possible. The way I draw my support and resistance seems to be, especially for like the intraday trading. Remember, I'm big on the hourly trading. But the way I draw my support and resistance, I believe, well, I don't know. I believe it's rather different or unique or whatever the case might be. So I have worked on the algorithm of it, and I'm trying to put it as an indicator in the what was it called again, in the meta editor. I'm still working on it, still a few bugs. I got angry and tired and then I left it alone. So if I can get the indicator working right, hopefully soon enough, those that join in the membership area, I will be sharing that with them, and then I might as well turn it into an EA, right? I'm working on that as well. It just came to me, the thought just came to me, and then I started to forge ahead with it. Okay. Luke said, which information is that? That's the membership area I just mentioned. Now, Gabriel Hansen, when is the membership starting? Membership more or less is going to be starting October beginning, where you can start signing up now. You sign up now, you would also get access to my trading course, right? So for the 2 weeks that we have from now to October, so that should be October 2nd, that's on a Monday, right? So from now till then, I should hopefully have worked on the indicator that I'll be giving everybody as well as a bonus. The indicator is just going to help you to plot support and resistance, and we look at it together, meaning that based on any instrument, based on any chart, you put it, it will show you support and resistance based on how I draw it, how I look at it. If you remember from last week, or rather from Tuesday's market analysis chart request, I was drawing the levels based on the charts you were throwing at me. So that one, the indicator will just do it automatically. Okay, so the membership is going to be starting October 2nd, right? But once you start joining now, I'm going to drop the link as people are already asking about it, right? So that's the link to the membership area, and I believe it's rather cheap. It's the cost of a meal or two, right? It's the cost of your phone bill. So you can start connecting to it now. and then you get access to the trading materials and other things. Okay, Terry Hardy said trading was choppy this week because of CPI choppiness. And you know, CPI is to what? Is to the US dollar. As a matter of fact, let me show you the US dollar, because this is my view of the US dollar sideways, and this is September. So from January to February, I almost forgot the second month of the year. From January to February to March, all the way down to September, the market has been moving sideways, as you can see. And we had a breakout over here, a breakout of the low. So I was expecting that to continue to drop further down. But look at what happened. It came back all the way to the highs of what? To the highs of the range. This consolidation that has been on for the ending of last year to now. So about a year it has been ranging, and more or less, who knows? For the remaining 3 months that we have, it might as well range. Even if it breaks out, I don't see it going too far. This is the daily time frame. So for me, this year for the US dollar, even with all the CPIs, all the FOMCs, all the NFPs, and the rest of the high impact news, the market has still been moving sideways. And of course, this might have a thing to do probably with the war, probably with the BRICS and so on. This year, whether you like it or not, has been a rather interesting roller coaster one for the US, right? Whether you like it or not. Let me jump back into the comments. I don't want to miss out. I see 21 new messages, and we're over 12,000 viewers now. So let me quickly continue with your comments. Okay, Brett said, well, I learned a lot about your perspective in the market. Thank you. Leslie said, really, that is interesting. Yeah. Cameron Fox said, looking at the chart together allows us to follow right direction in the market. Awesome. And we're going to be doing this from an intraday perspective in the membership area. We're going to be together for 1 month. 1 month, strictly London and New York session, right? Jamie said this week the dollar continued to go up. Yeah, dollar continued to go up, and that's where you can see on the chart it went up, and obviously it's back to the highs of the range. Okay, Dennis said, really tell us what you discovered. Okay, I just mentioned it. What I discovered was something on the euros to help trade the euro pairs much better. You know, I majorly on the majors, that is based on the USD, EU, GU, AU, NU, and the rest. I discovered something for euros, and back testing has been good. I'm going to continue to work on it. Gil said, how really you code? Let me confess, I study computer science and I know a little bit about coding, but I don't know that you put my hand on my face, but I am using ChatGPT. Yes, I'm using ChatGPT, but it's still giving me errors. So I just abandoned it. I have a friend who is a coder as well. So I might probably show him and then work on it, right? It's something I'm working on. I think I might probably pursue and give out to those in the membership or those that attend my trainings and so on, right? Oh yeah, you can create your own indicator. You can create your own ear. Look into it. If you have your own way of trading, just think about it, right? I'm giving this information for free. I'm not going to hide anything. If you feel you can create your own trading into an indicator, why not? It's more of passive. It's something that is going to be plotting them out for you, and then it's more or less like semi-trading. Plot it out for you, just come out and trade them. So you can look at more charts if you want. It's rather a good idea if you think about it. Ryan said you wouldn't share with us. Over here, I probably might not, right? Because we have too many people here. I want to be able to share it with people. If there's any bug, let's debug it together. Let's look at it together. It's rather new, so I want to share with just a handful of people. And the best way I can do that is in my membership area, which is just for a token, right? I try as much as possible not to share new things with everybody on the outside, because if something goes wrong with it, before you know it, my name is out there on the internet for negative reasons. Or if it is in a small area, I can easily work on it and we can look at it together. Immediately it happens, because it happens, no, you guys might not even tell me that there's something wrong with it. So of course I need to protect my name and so on. Hope you understand that, Brian. Okay, Samantha Ryan said, oh, that was Ryan Watson. And now Samantha Ryan said, how do we know when the market is going to be choppy so we can avoid trading? If it is based on the intraday perspective, let me try and switch to the charts and see how I can answer that quickly, clean this up. Let's switch to maybe like I don't know, any chart we can switch to. Now, this is it. Now, from my own perspective, right? Now, look at it now. Most times when you have, look at this, guys. Most times when you have a big move, right? When you have a big move, most times after this move that trended downwards, most times you have the market move sideways. Once it moves sideways for a little while, depending on your time frame, depending on the market itself, it could move sideways for a few days before it picks up and then move sideways as well. What do you need to understand? You need to understand the cycle or the movement or the pattern of price. Price tends to move in a particular direction, maybe based on news or whatever the case might be. And then after, it tends to move into a rest phase. The rest phase here, it could now drop down and continue with the prevailing trend, which is down, and then move into, it could be a short sideways, which is consolidation, or it could be a long one and then drop again. You could now have another one, and then you have another move to the upside. So most times when you see a big move, what you should first of all expect most times than not is a sideways consolidated market. When I say big move, I then wait for the sideways, and then from the sideways, I wait for the breakout. So price tends to move in patterns, and once you understand the patterns, it could easily help you to understand what you should expect next. I hope that will help you out, Samantha Ryan. I wish I could use more charts to explain that. As I always say, right, in the membership area, my flagship, we'll do a lot over there, answer your questions, make sure you're well satisfied. If not today, then tomorrow, then we keep on doing it for you for the 1 month duration that we'll be together. Milan Odom said, how do we know the best strategy to use to fit the market condition? There is no best strategy, number one. Let me make that clear, right? There is no best strategy. What I do is simply price action, support, and resistance, as simple as you can see. Even with my simple strategy, there are still losses. So there's no strategy that is 100%. There's no best strategy. I wanted to make that clear, first of all. I hope I'm not too fast, guys. Sorry, I can see lots of comments coming in, so I just need to just frame down quickly. Right, so how do we know the best strategy? There's no best strategy. Once again, the truth now is that all strategies will work and will fail. And that's why I always tell people, apart from having a trading plan, you should also have a trading journal. We're going to be talking about this also in the membership area, right? Membership area, trading plan, trading journal. I'll help you to create one, and then you can start to keep one based on your trading, and then you will see when your trading works and when it doesn't work, and then help you to improve. Giselle Zimmerman, I remember your name, I see your name a lot. How much is the membership class? Membership is just $60, $60. You can click on the link. I'm going to post the link again so you guys can join. It is just $60. And I said this is the flagship. I'm also giving you my trading course, which actually goes for $200. It's $200, but I'm giving you free access to it for the $60 membership. I want the first set of people to join. This is my flagship, as I said. The first I'm going to be starting in the month of October. I want the first people to join to get a buffet. You're going to get a lot of things when you join there. And of course, as we are over 21,000 viewers here, we won't be up to 21,000 viewers, but the many that join will get as much things. You would even get my attention, right? And who knows, I might even give out some more, but I won't mention for now. Okay, Jessica Newman said, yeah, the dollar was ranging for some parts of the week. Yeah, it was ranging, and that's for the week. Let me show you for the week. Let me just clean this up. This is the dollar index here, and look at what we have over here for the week. This was what we had for the week. We had the range over here, and then we had the breakout with this big candle here, right, which was from yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. From yesterday, we had this big breakout here, and then look at the breakout, and then look at what's happening now. It seems to start ranging a bit, and that's why Fridays, I'm not really big on Fridays. We will have news coming out. We have news for the dollar coming out by 3 p.m. UK time. That is approximately 41 minutes from now. Yes, we have news coming out, and that is the, let me just switch to that quickly. I am having comments. I have to get back to the comments now. So that is the news coming out by 3 p.m. UK time. That's about 40 minutes now for the US dollar, the prelim consumer sentiment. So it might make the markets to, come alive a bit some more based on the volatility. So let's see how that goes. Right, CPI wasn't the best, to the let down, if you ask me, this week. Right, no surprising based on what's happening on the dollar overall from the higher time frame perspective. Back to the comments for me. Caitlin Scott said, yeah, you talked about this last time. Yeah, I did. So the dollar is pretty undecided. Good. It's always good when you guys join us in the previous session so that what we say now is something that we said before. And then when it plays out, you would now see that we didn't just, it's not just hindsight, but it's something that we mentioned earlier and then something that's happening now. Tara says, so you think it might be ranging again? Well, it probably might. Right, at least for the rest of the year, we probably might be ranging on the dollar. Benson said, well, we might be seeing higher prices on the dollar. Well, let's see how that goes. I love trading the London session. Rory Hunter, great. Guys, don't forget, this is the Q&A session. You can ask your questions. I have to warn you, messages. I need to go fast. But you have questions and then I'll answer them. Ellie Stevenson said, oh, really? I thought you were just a photographer. Nope. I'm not just a photographer. As a matter of fact, I prefer videography. And there's some projects I'm working on now, right? I did some work for a church. So I'm working on the edits now. Well, I took pictures as well. I'm also a photographer, took pictures, and I'm working on a photo book as well. So, I do this as well to while away time. Trading is rather boring, and it's not all the time you have trading opportunities. And that's why, based on the knowledge I have and based on the advice that people have been giving me, oh, why don't you do a book? Oh, why don't you start a membership area? Oh, why don't you do this? I said, hey, I have time. Let's do that. Okay. Alberto said indicators help us see the important information faster. Yeah, you could say that. That's what I'm trying to work on one. Howard Jerry said, let's get an update on the indicator you are building. Okay, sure, no problem. Give you an indicator. Hopefully, I use my weekends to rest, but I'll see my indicator friend, my programmer friend, and then see if you can help me debug it and then gradually work on that. Right. Does it mean it's getting at the top of the range? For the US dollar, yes, it is. It's not possible to know when the market is choppy. The market is always moving in one direction from the higher point of view. Okay, Bendillion, I just explained from our point of view, whenever you have, and also when you know it's going to be choppy is when you don't have any news. Because news, high impact news on the calendar is the catalyst, and that's what tends to make the market to explode. Okay, I'm rushing my comments now because more comments are coming in. Patience Bing, I hope I pronounced your name well. Patience said, yeah, it's like breathing. It makes a large move and then rest a little. Exactly. That's what I try to explain to people. It's like you are running and you run a sprint or a marathon, you run a bit and then you slow down. And then you run again and then you slow down. Right? Just like you're traveling in your car, there's always that time that you have to slow down and get gas. Right? Even if you're driving an EV, Tesla, or whatever, you have to slow down and charge, and so on. Let's see. Reverse Bush said, yes, not always sideways, it could reverse as little. Okay, yeah. Colbert, yeah, I can understand the concept you're making. Thank you. Belinda said, would the dollar index now be moving to the downside? If you look at the dollar index from what we have in front of us, it's an uptrend, right? We will have a new area here of resistance that should act as support. But I would never ever look for buying opportunities here because the profit is too small, right? If you trade a Fibonacci, I wouldn't mind price coming back to this point. Fibonacci from the lows here to the highs here, this area might probably be 38.2 to 50. So you have to understand how the price is moving, the direction, and of course, know where you prefer to enter the market. As you can see, 38 to 50. So this is an area I prefer the dollar to pull back to and then look for buyers here because the profit is much higher, right? And also in the trading costs that those in the membership area will be taking advantage of rather, sorry for the English. You also have Fibonacci videos there to help you to know how to draw them and how to use them, and also how to set stop loss and take profit based on Fibonacci. As I said, I'm going all out in the membership area for the first set. You can as well join us. Yeah, here, May said, yeah, I think most people now understand the usefulness of journals. I hope they do. Journals are very important and they will help you out. Most traders, and I'll say this, and I know a lot of traders are here and will be able to reckon with what I'm saying now. Most traders are jumping from one strategy to the other. Most traders are system hopping, let's put it that way, from one strategy to another, from another to another, and then you're looking for the best of the best. There is no best, there's no 100%. Use a journal and it will help you to make the best use of that, your strategy. Vito Stuart said, yeah, I think the membership would be very interesting. There will be a lot of interactions. Yes, indeed. Vito Stuart, there will be a lot of interactions, controlled interactions, let me put it that way. If you guys join, to a good one, right? Obviously, we're 32,000 viewers here. We will not have up to 32,000, and I'll be able to cater to everybody in good time as well. Okay, Coritis Takire, hope I pronounced your name well. Can the market recognize when it's time to make a correction? In a way, yes. In a way, yes. And in a way, yes. And that's why some traders that use the Elliott waves, if you understand the Elliott waves, or at least the concept of Elliott waves, it moves in patterns. That's why trading is patterns, basically. Once you can understand the pattern, right, it depends on the time frame as well. Once you can understand the pattern, like Elliott wave is more or less like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern, where I believe 3 is the longest wave out of the 1, 3, and 5, and then there's a correction, ABC. So there's always that correction that you are expecting. Like this dollar that we have in front of us, I'm expecting a correction because now the trend has gradually, obviously, switched to the up from, if you look very well, from the 30th of August, where we drew the Fibonacci, and now switch to the up trend more or less. And then as I switch to the upside, I'm looking for a correction. A correction will just be a pullback either to that 38.2 area that conferences with my support. If it conferences, you pull back to that place of conference, that would be a good place to enter. So they're usually corrections that you can be expecting in the market. Bowen Gregory said, I think the dollar was ranging, but it's not technical. Well, if you say it's not technical, that's why I mentioned the likes of breaks, the likes of other things as well that has been happening to the US dollar. And I don't know whether we should mention recession. I don't know. People haven't been talking about it much. But I think based on inflation, inflation is still very much with us. Recession is still a possibility, even if it's in the early stages or not, I don't know. But let's see how things work out. Because one thing I'll tell you is that, oh, sorry, I just got a message on my phone. One thing I'll tell you is that we as analysts, it's for us to see things earlier. It's for us to see things before a lot of people. So we analyze based on the history to the present to try and predict the future. But we'll see how things go as time progresses. Angelo Wollaston said, it says it's holding resistance around the 105 level. Yeah, the 105 level is that major range on the higher time frame that we looked at earlier. Let's see. Let's see. Gary said, and Dominic, I think you're talking about the news coming out. You wouldn't want to be in the market. Yes, it might produce some volatility. It might not really. Who knows? CPI was a letdown based on the total reaction because it still ended up sideways. Let's see. Yeah, aha. Now you can see Bartholomew Ralen said, what surprised me was the euro this week went very crazy. Yeah, I noticed that, and that's why I said the euro is my focus. I've been focusing on the euro for a few weeks now, And that's why I said I've been doing some back testing as well, and I like what I see. Trust me, guys, your trading doesn't have to be crazy. It's more or less needs to be clinical, right? Like imagine somebody going for a surgery. That surgery needs to be clinical, nice and clean. Take your time, get your nice precision trades, be a sniper trader, not anyhow trader. Okay. Colbert said, yeah, it's like a continuation of what we discussed before. Yes, and that's why I like it when you guys join continuously. You guys are here. If you are here for the first time, you are new, no problem, no pressure. But try to join the other sessions because it's always a continuation of what we have discussed in the past. Kenneth said, I already took a sell on the Euro USD. Do you mean it could range? Anything could happen, not really sure. I've not really done much analysis today, by the way. Fridays, I'm not big on them. So my weekend starts Fridays. And if you already might have noticed, my own time is still in the morning. It's 6:31 a.m. here, Pacific time for me. Oh, Bruce, yeah. Bruce said there is no such thing as one hustle in the world. Of course, guys, you have your 9 to 5, keep your 9 to 5. If you are trading, you could be a full-time trader, but more or less, you could also have something on the side, especially something that brings you joy. You can turn your hobby, your passion into a business. And that's why I did. I think I told you guys, I've given you guys a story of how I started a long time ago. Well, church background, and somebody was meant to be submitting jobs that time on DVDs, long time ago, years. Finished jobs, never finished it, always give you one excuse or the other. And then I said, hey, let me take it upon myself. And then I looked into it, editing, especially for videos, and I liked it. I was submitting jobs on time. And I was even getting some jobs here and there, birthdays, weddings, and then, oh, people like my work. It was rather unique. And then, hey guys, let's turn this into a business. And before you know it, I have a business, also photography and cinematography as well, right? Okay. Stewart said, yeah, you can start a lot of new things if you're not busy. Exactly. Time. Let me tell you guys, if you guys don't already know this, time is that commodity that is precious. Time is precious. It's not money, it's the time that brings that money. But meanwhile, guys are chasing the money. And that's why we have a lot of people doing 2 jobs, 3 jobs, even 4 jobs. You are making the money, but you don't have the time to spend the money. Why not, work on the time and then it will bring the money, and not work on the money to get the time? No, people are going about it the wrong way. And before you know it, they end up being 30, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, right? I'm sure some of you that might probably be like 50 years, 60 years, or even 70 years that you are here, you understand what I'm talking about. Chasing the money, I'm sure some that have that, experience could say, guys, don't chase the money. Chase the time, freedom. You have that freedom, you can do more things, or concentrate on a particular thing that can easily bring money for you, right? The market, this from Alvin Gibbon, the market is like the human body. You just need to know when it's starting to breathe again. Exactly. Thank you. Walk with that philosophy, that way of thinking, Alvin Gibbon, and everybody, and you'll be good to go in the business. Jeremy said, this concept of breathing just gave me an idea to code an indicator that can spot those hot and cold movements long term. Beautiful, Jeremy Orlando. Apart from what we do here, analysis, answering questions, we also like to spark up ideas in people, in traders. I love what you said. As you guys can see what Jeremy said. This concept of breathing just gave me an idea to code an indicator that can spot those hot and cold movement long term. Beautiful. I love that. Keep me posted, Jeremy Orlando. If you need any ideas, any insight, or whatever the case may be, 2 good heads are better than one. Reach out to me and we can think about it through together. Guys, don't forget you can join me on the membership area. I'll drop the link again. There's a lot to benefit from there as well. Arthur, I just saw Arthur's comment. Arthur Monroe said, what are you whispering when you're scrolling through? I'm just trying to disperse some of the comments, but the comments are not really comments I want, because I have lots of comments. I'm just like, okay, I'm just commenting. Like I see a comment under yours that said, why suddenly no picture? But of course, I don't need to read that out. So I'm just breezing through some comments. So sorry that your comment caught my attention and made me to smile as well. Thank you. Let me see, Cedric. I did start using demand and supply strategy, but I'm still mapping it. Okay, you need assistance, let me know. Join us in the membership and we'll help you out with supply and demand. Supply and demand support and resistance is my specialty. Even trend lines, Fibonacci, we talk about that as well. Elroy, Lena, yeah, it will be a regulated thing so people won't abuse it. Yeah. That's the membership area I believe you're talking about. Yeah, so it's not being abused. You have over 41,000 here. Yeah, Elliott wave to know the move early. That's really Tommy, and when it's going to range and so on. Everly said you've tried to study the Elliott wave, but it was not successful. How long did you study it? You don't study something for a day or week or few months. Study it in and out, and look out for the failures. For me, it's the failure that help you to succeed. Chesa said, yeah, oh yeah, inflation is still very much active. Yeah, it is. The Chelsea said, I'm not sure recession will come true. Okay, let's see how that goes. Only time will tell. Next year will be interesting, and that's all I can say. Okay, especially with the BRICS, a lot of things happening, a lot of movements in the BRICS section. So let's see how next year goes. And you know, the BRICS is doing a lot of diversion away from the US and so on. But let's continue with the comments. I have close to 100 now. Do you think being a good analyst makes you a good trader? Yes, indeed. A good analyst should make you a good trader, and not the other way around. A good trader will not make you a good analyst. A good analyst is someone who takes his or her time to look at the market, study the market before trading the market. But a trader doesn't necessarily analyze the market, just jumps in. Because I know a lot of traders, they just work on the news. Like the news coming out now, we have traders just waiting for the news. And when it comes out, boom, they just jump in without proper analysis. Proper analysis, using market analysis, we comprise of fundamentals and technicals. Technicals, where to enter, where to exit. You're not putting that into consideration. And that is the trader. But an analyst will look at all the angles thoroughly before jumping in, right? Spring said, I'm a little confused about the fact between being an analyst and a trader. I think I explained that a bit now. A trader for me, a trader now, we have more, let me put it this way. We have more traders than analysts. We have more traders than analysts. If we had more analysts, we'll have more people doing well in the business. And an analyst is one that looks at everything thoroughly. This trade, is it a good one based on my risk to reward ratio? What risk am I going to be putting in? How will I manage the trade? An analyst looks at everything together. But a trader, I'm sorry, I have a lot of people in my DM that reach out and say, I placed this trade. Listen to this. I placed this trade. Sorry, where do you think I can set stop loss? You are asking me where you think you can set stop loss or where you think you can exit. You enter the bus and you don't know where you are going to. That's wrong. You know where you are going to. You've already done your analysis. You've mapped out your plan for the day. So you know how you're going to move from here to there, from point A to point B. And then you enter the bus. You don't enter the bus and then start to ask, sorry, where am I going to get down? No, you must have a destination. As is an analyst for you. Analysis does proper planning before entering the market compared to a trader. That's my own best differentiation between the analyst and the trader. Which trading technique do you use? Technical or fundamentals? I use combination of the two, right? Price action support and resistance trading, especially based on the time frame that you are using. You would need to pay more attention to the fundamentals. If you're using higher time frames, like probably like 4 hours, daily, weekly, I feel the fundamentals doesn't hold much water from the higher time frames. But from the lower time frames, 1 minute, 5 minute scalper, you need to pay more attention to the news because it can easily cause that volatility and shake you off. Why do you stay away from the news? Because of the volatility. That question is coming from Dick Sander, right? And these are questions that are always good for me. Why do you stay away from the news? I stay away from most news because of the volatility, so I don't trade them directly. If I'm in a trade already from combination of fundamentals and technicals, I'll stay in that trade. If I'm in a trade before a news comes out and everything is still playing out accordingly, I'll still stay in that trade, right? So I don't trade the news directly, meaning that in the next 20 minutes, the news coming out for the US dollar, I'm going to jump in on that trade. No, what if the market is not in the area of entry? And that's why technicals is very important as well. Dixana said, I think after backtesting, I seriously do not need to care about the news. You can see what I'm talking about. Backtesting, apart from backtesting, your time frame also matters, right? So some traders don't need to care about the news, but for me, I need to pay attention to the news because I want to know when the market is going to be volatile. When it's Fridays, I don't trade Fridays, but Friday is when we have NFP, and I'm interested in knowing when NFP is coming out, obviously. I'm interested in knowing when the news by 3 p.m. is going to come out, and then I pay attention to the outcome even though I'm not trading it, but I still pay attention to the news, right? Very key. Humphrey Pullman said, I always love your session, man. This is very informative and helpful. Thank you, guys. If you love this, I'm sure you would want more. Join us in the membership. Reach out my Instagram. You can reach me up on Instagram. My Instagram is at CSC Forex. My YouTube too is at CSC Forex as well. And I just dropped that's the name of my academy, right? I have lots of ideas. Guys, if you have ideas as well, you can always reach out to me as well. I love ideas. Like I've been getting some ideas from a few people telling me to start something for weekend. I don't know whether you guys are interested in like weekend sessions, right? Maybe for those that are busy during the weekdays from the regular 9 to 5. As I said, some are doing 2 jobs, 3 jobs, or some are even schooling while working, so might not really have time. Weekends as well is free, even though the market is not moving. We can use that for teachings, for trainings, right? Let me know. Right? Could easily have like a mentorship session, right? And it most likely will be for a token. My weekends are usually for resting and for family. I can always create time. If you guys are interested, let me know. I like ideas, just like the person that said he got an idea from today, from the breathing, will I say explanation or illustrations, the breathing discussion that we had. He had an idea and wants to put that into an indicator. Good. With that, I've forgotten your name. I think it was Orlando. Let me know, reach out if you have any other ideas you want us to discuss or whatever. Or let me say, when do you trade? Wait, man, if you are still in the morning there, then how do you trade? Good. How do I trade? Beautiful. I use alerts on my MT4, so my system is usually on. If price gets to an area of interest and I'm sleeping, then alert me, right? That's one way I look at the market, so whether it's London or New York. So if I'm sleeping during London, then my system comes up. And then I run some sessions as well during London, right? So my sleeping, at times I could even sleep my own afternoon if I don't really have much doing. Like Fridays, I don't have much doing since I'm not trading at all. And I don't have sessions later. So I could always take a nap as well later. That's to answer Ida Nelson's question. Excuse me. It's stretch. Apologies, that's the morning stretch. Jim Bertram said, doing what you love is the most important thing in life, in the world. Yeah, it is, and it is. Focus on the time and the enjoyment will come into play eventually. Exactly, guys, focus on the time. Primer Elizabeth said, I love your analysis about time and money. It's like you are speaking to my soul. Thank you. Glad I'm speaking to at least one person. Okay. Primer Elizabeth said again, I always work like around the clock, but now I work less and spend time resting more. Beautiful. I don't know how old you are, but the older we get, our body needs more of resting time, right? Because if you keep on working your body like a machine, trust me, it's not really good for you. Maybe when next I put on my video, you could guess my age. I don't know that I've said how old I am, but I get a lot of comments of people saying I look like 21, 22, right? I won't put on my video now, don't worry. Maybe another time I put on my video, you see my face and then try to guess my age. right? That might probably be a question for you. So since this is the Q&A session, that'll be my own question to you. Please, what is the hot and cold session again? Well, I don't know hot and cold. That's what the person said. Hot and cold probably could be like the trending session when the market is hot. And then I want to believe like the ranging session when the market is cold. So that might probably be the hot and cold discussion that we were having earlier. I think it was Orlando, right? Based on the trending and the ranging trending, because the market tends to move from one trend to another range and all. The range could be a long one, could be a short one. The trend could be a long one, could be a short one. Or let the market do its thing. And of course, whenever you have a trending market, expect a ranging market to come up. Whenever you have a ranging market, expect a trending market to come up as well. It could be a trend to the up, to the downside, in continuation or in reversal, whatever the case might be. Michaela Daisy, sorry to murder your name, said, is the mentorship free or paid, sir? It is paid. It's for a token. The membership is just $60. $60. We're kicking off October 2nd, and you still have time. It's probably your phone bill, so I believe you should be able to afford that. $60 isn't much. I have other sessions like one-on-one that cost a few thousands, right? So depending on what you're interested in, I believe a lot of people would be able to afford this one, and that's why I made it this cheap, especially for the flagship, right? Where you can come in, you get a lot of information and a lot of daily mentorship, daily troubleshooting, daily support, daily accountability in the group. Okay, so that's answered the question of Daisy. If it is free or paid, it is paid for a token, $60, right? Is there any difference between supply and demand and then support and resistance? That's a good question from Tracy Boswell. And the answer is yes. I have about 13 more minutes max before I jump out. I'm not really sure if I can do justice to that question, but let me see what I can do. I wish I could clean up. I wish I could have a clean chart. Let me see if I can clean up this. Oh, let me use my whiteboard. Let me switch to my whiteboard and try to explain that over here. So the market moves in this manner, right? Right. By the time you see it move in this manner, oops, I'm stuck. By the time you see it move in this manner, you can easily tell the direction, you can tell the trend and so on, right? So these areas are areas that will mark out, right? You can see price came back to this area, resistance acted as support, right? And we have these areas here, there are these areas here, right? At times, market might not come back to that area and push higher, right? Instead of calling this like a support, you can call it like a demand, right? So demand, I'll put D here for demand, is slightly different from support, slightly different, but still gives you the same direction. So support and demand, support and demand is for buying, while resistance and supply is for selling, right? So you look at it slightly differently, right? And I would love to show you this on charts, live charts, and that's why I'll still iterate that the membership area will be a good one for everybody. The membership area will be able to see the areas that are forming as demand and see the areas that are forming as support resistance. And by the way, that's something I'm trying to work on my indicator that might later turn into an EA robot. I'm working on the algorithm. As I'm writing the algorithm, like my system where I look at the market generally, then when there are bugs here and there, I try to work on them. So it's something I just came up with recently and I'm still working on it. Okay, Tracy said most times I get it confusing. There's a thin line between the two, and that's why traders might get it confused a bit every now and then. That's why I say try as much as possible to try as much as possible. What I want to say again, try as much as possible not to have too many lines on your chart. Right after a while, you might have traders having too many lines on the chart, showing support, resistance, demand, supply, too many charts on the line, and then you miss out on the important area that you want to trade, right? Okay, let's see. Hunter love trading the electric wave. Okay, especially when it comes to trading but the best thing is to trade what you feel comfortable doing. Of course, that's Hunter. Everybody trade what you're comfortable with, even if you're using indicators. You notice I don't use indicators. If you're comfortable using indicators, please, by all means, trade with your indicators. I'm not here to tell you that this is better than this. As I always say, just use a journal and you know the best time for you to use your own strategy. Boom, boom, boom. More trader than analyst. I think that is why FX market is still having the 90 to 10, is it 90 to 10 or 95 to 5 losing to profitable ratio? Exactly. It's because we have more traders than analysts. So guys, change your thinking and start to work on being an analyst before a trader. We need this from Ford. We need so many people to try to learn how to analyze the market before they start trading. I wish we could spread, guys, you know what? Tell more people in communities, in groups about that. Let them join the membership area and we'll help you to become an analyst. One thing I always say, my academy, the name is Common Sense Approach, CSA Forex, Common Sense Approach. I like it when we have discussions based on common sense. Does it make sense? If yes, good. Wait, Regina, Toby said, wait, you are actually asked us that question, those questions. Yes. People ask me, I place a trade, where should I exit? Where should I set stop loss? And I'm like, I don't even understand your reason for entering the market in the first place. What was your reason? What was your thought process? I need to understand those things before I can even answer. I can't just tell you this or tell you that. And that's why you have lots of traders, not analysts. You can see where the difference between the traders and analysts is coming in again. We have lots of traders that are doing that, and they're doing that because they want to make fast money. But trust me, an analyst is like a sniper. And that's why I tell you, hear me say sniper trading, in the sense that you don't need to take too many trades because you are analyzing the market to see and to weed out the best of the best trades for you to take. Yeah, that is pretty terrible, Regina. I get a lot of questions, comments on that as well. Okay, do you trade multi-time frame analysis or you stick to one? I do multi-time frame analysis. I like to drop down and fine-tune things at times, but I always advise to look at one time frame so that it doesn't cause confusion. But if you can handle multi-time frame analysis, then good to go. That's from Webster Owen. Which time frame are you most comfortable with? I'm comfortable with the 1 hour. I like the 1 hour. It's in the middle of the scalping and swing trading, right? So it's very ideal for me. It's not too fast, not too slow. So you don't trade your setup because of news on Friday? Not exactly, not just because of news on Friday. We don't have news every Friday. Majorly because Friday is usually slow. Friday is also profit-taking day. Friday generally is the end of the week, whether we like it or not. And then people are winding down. So as the market is a thing of people. You don't have people in the market will be, I won't say dead, but almost dry. And that's why periods like Christmas, holidays, summer, the market tends to thin out. You'll see the market thin out most likely December period, right? Especially from the second week of December to the end, and then pick up probably from like the second week of January, it picks up better, where most people are now resuming back to the office, Wall Street, and so on, right? So once you understand these things, then you're good to go. Gloria Hornby said, well, weekend session will be pretty nice. Okay. Yeah, I get that as well. A weekend session will be pretty nice. If you guys are interested, you can let me know. Maybe I could put you on the wait list and we have good numbers and we can kick off a weekend session. We can start a weekend series. Let me write that down. Sorry. Just a second. What's my arrow? My parachute somewhere on the table. Just a second, guys. Let me just write that down somewhere. Weekend sessions. It's going to be paid, guys, by the way. So wait list, maybe I'll create something for a wait list. If you guys sign up for it, then we can, if we have enough people on the wait list, then we can start something for weekends. That will be Saturdays and Sundays. I think I will not mind signing up for that. Okay, weekend. So we have Tiffany as well for weekend. Okay, great. You guys can chat me up on Instagram on that, please. You can also join the membership area for the month of October. Let me drop that as well. For the wait list, I'm going to do something for the wait list. So once I have your details on the wait list, I have enough audience on wait list, and we can pursue something for the weekend sessions. With notification, that is pretty smart. I used to get excited whenever I see notification. That's Tiffany. When you have notifications, the notifications that you set, it's not a thing of you jump and then start trading them. The notification is for you to come and then to do further analysis and then to see whether you like them or not. So when my notifications pop up, my alerts, alarms, or whatever the case might be, I, wake up and I see it, or I'm doing something and I come to my system and I check on it. If I don't like it, I'll turn off my alerts for that particular instrument. So you don't need to get excited whenever your notification is up and running, right? And that's why you need a form of accountability. You need someone beside you. I think the membership area will be good. And that's why I'll repeat it, because I know what people need. I've noticed that people need a community, right? Where you're together and you are not just sharing ideas, they're also learning. We're all learning, right? Every day we learn. I said recently, I started working on indicators. And I said recently, I noticed something about Eero and I'm working on them, right? Everything is a gradual, and that's the area of analyst again. I'm working on it gradually, and analyst doesn't rush it. Adolf McPherson said, morning stretch. Man, it is almost midnight over here. I know different zones, different areas. I'm in Pacific, so my time is 6:57 a.m. now. So my day is just starting. And that's why, like now, the market is gradually rounding up, if I had like a job out there, that's my own time, maybe like photography or videography, I could just go out and execute it, happily, not being worried about what's happening in the market, because this session is one that I do even trade Fridays, that is. Okay. Olga Walsh said, sometimes I just wonder how time works, morning here and night there and evening here. Well, that's God for you. 24 hours, but it's different for people here and there, right? Okay, with your face on your IG, I think you look like 28 years. That's coming from Duke Browning. Duke said 28 years, I look like 28 years. I will not tell you guys my age yet, because if I tell you my age, you guys will not believe me. And that's what normally happens when I tell people my age. Then Duke now said, or maybe let's say early 30s, thereabout. Okay. Or maybe should I tell you my age now? Maybe I should tell you my age. But guys, we have about 2 more minutes. I try as much as possible not to make it too lengthy, just in case you guys want to rewatch this, or you are new here and you want to watch it, or you want to share the video with someone. I don't want a person watching like a 1.5 hours movie. 1 hour is still ideal. I listen to podcasts. Sorry, that was another stretch. Sorry, guys, that was another stretch. I listen to podcasts of about an hour and so on, like Alex Homonzi and so on. So you guys can easily watch this for an hour and pick out 1 or 2 things from our discussion, our time together. We are about over 60,000 viewers here, which is a good one for us. But for the membership area, or maybe the weekend sessions, it's going to be paid. It's not going to be a heavy amount, but we'll not have as much as over 60,000 viewers. So I can easily cater to you guys. So do well to join me in the membership area and chat me up on Instagram. And then you have any question, I can easily get back to you on that. So I will be rounding up now, and I want to say thank you guys for another wonderful session. I always enjoy my time here. Before Monday, I would try to set up 2 sessions. That is for Tuesday and Friday. Tuesday for market analysis, probably we'll do that again based on chat request. You drop your chats. Don't forget, in the membership area, we'll be doing that more or less every day, right? Because obviously, I want you guys to benefit heavily from the membership area. I want your trading within a month to skyrocket, to move over to the next level, right? So that during, I would say, New Year from January, because for me, the year is gradually rounding up, whether you like it or not. From January trading, you're trading afresh with new trading style, new trading thought process, being an analyst and not a trader, and so on, right? So I want to say thank you, guys. I hope you guys have gotten value. It's on the dot 3 p.m. UK time, 7 a.m. Pacific time, my time. And I think it should be around probably 10 a.m. as EST. Probably those in New York or in the States, thereabout, should be 10 a.m. for you, right? So I want to say thank you. Hope you guys got value. Let me get your comments if you guys got value before we close this section here. I just want to know, did you guys get value from our session today? I'm going to wait for your comments on that before we round up. Anytime I say you guys should comment, especially towards the end, you don't answer. But at the beginning, when I say comments, because I'm not getting comments or I'll leave, you guys start to comment, right? So this is the end. Guys, comment, did you get value? Did you get value? Let me know if you got value. Just comment for me. Did you get value from our session today? And would you like to join our membership area as well? Would you like the weekend session? Just give me some comment so I know that I'm still here with you guys and you guys haven't left me to be talking to myself at the end. Let me know with your comments. I know there might be a bit of delay, so I'm just going to wait like a minute or two before I close the platform from here. Let me know. I know it's nighttime for some of you, so you might probably be in your PJs, getting ready to sleep or getting ready for dinner or whatever the situation might be from your end. I'm just going to wait for a minute or two. Did you get value? Would you be joining us in the membership? Would you be interested in the what's the name? Would you be interested in the weekend training sessions? Let me know. I would try and create something for a wait list. So once I have good numbers on the wait list, then we can proceed for the weekend sessions. That is, it's going to be paid, but it's going to be for a token, right? It won't be anything that you have to break the bank for. So I'll try to put up a wait list. I'm writing that down again, writing some more information on that. So don't forget, maybe I'll just create a landing page for that, a small landing page for that, for weekend sessions. Interested in weekend sessions, sign up below for the wait list, and then we'll get back to you. So I can't see any comments, so probably I'm talking to myself, but the numbers on the viewers area keeps on increasing. I know there's a delay over here, so maybe a minute or two more before I jump out. At least one person should be able to respond, and if I don't get no response, I might just be sad and I might not come next week. I might be sad because you guys are not responding to me. And then next week, I might not take next week. I might not be here next week. I might cater to the people that I'm attending to for one-on-one training and all. I have some sessions I'm running now. I'll just focus on them. Okay, no comments, no problem. Thank you. That made me sad. Thank you, guys. It has indeed been a good one. I know there's a delay, but I don't know how long I can wait for the delay. And by the time I close this, I probably might not get to see any new comments from you guys. Okay, no problem. Thank you, guys. Enjoy the rest of the day. I wish you guys a wonderful weekend. Get some rest. Spend time with the family. Spend time with your friends. Please do not drink and drive. Have fun, but be careful as well. The weather is still good out there, but be careful with your driving and all. And see you when we see. I don't know whether that will be next week since you guys did not respond to my questions at the end. But see you when we see, and enjoy. Thank you and goodbye.